Of all the UFO sightings that have been occurring over the past few decades, there have been many that were pursued by the military. Here are times when the military confronted unidentified flying objects. This video surfaced online in 2012, showing a disc-shaped UFO flying with two military fighter jets following closely behind. The footage, with an unknown origin, has sparked discussions about the possibility of a connection between governments and extraterrestrial technology. The disc-shaped craft appeared to maintain a steady distance from the jets, almost as if it was aware of their presence. It moved with remarkable agility, making sudden bursts of speed that no known military aircraft could replicate. The fighter jets pursued the craft for an extended time, possibly trying to intercept it or testing their aerial capabilities. Evasive sky entity. This footage was recorded by a biker who stopped for a while until he witnessed an orb-like entity flying and being chased by military jets. Uploaded in 2022, many experts who reviewed the footage pointed out that orb-like UFOs are often linked to surveillance and data gathering. Although it's unclear how long the UFO had been on Earth, its reaction to military jets suggests it was on a covert mission. The UFO remained evasive and unresponsive, and its silent and precise movements point to the possibility of an advanced propulsion system, allowing it to move quickly without making noise, making it difficult to track or intercept. Calm aerial presence. In 2018, tourists on a cruise in the Pacific Ocean witnessed two large disc-shaped crafts flying toward the horizon. Soon after, military jets appeared and kept a noticeable distance from the objects, suggesting a cautious approach from the military. Despite the jets' presence, the UFOs continued their calm flight without making any sudden movements. The military jets did not attempt to engage, which made the tourists wonder about the possible reasons for this reserved response. It's possible that the craft were on a peaceful mission, quietly observing Earth from afar. San Diego incident. F-35, the fastest jet, was recorded chasing two disc-shaped unidentified flying objects by the locals of San Diego. Recorded in 2021, each F-35 was following one object while keeping a safe distance as witnesses captured the sighting. The pilot maintained a synchronized movement during the chase, showing a calculated approach rather than an immediate attempt to intercept. The objects moved with precision, avoiding confrontation while staying within radar range. Following the event, the military made no public statements or provided further details about the objects or the operation. Some believe this could have been a planned military drill, testing the F-35's ability to respond to advanced aerial technology. Unidentified aerial pursuit. This footage was uploaded to the internet in 2024 with no confirmed origin, showing a metallic disc-shaped object being chased by a military jet. The object's highly reflective exterior caught the light as it moved away, making tracking difficult. After a brief pursuit, the disc-shaped craft accelerated and outpaced the jet, disappearing just before the footage ended. The video's source remains unverified, leaving details about the event unclear. Some online users believe the craft might be a secret military project, possibly created by reverse engineering advanced technology. The craft's unique movements and lack of a visible engine were extraordinary, with many discussing its potential origins. Unexpected sky phenomenon. In 2017, a young woman was filming the skyline of Miami Beach when a jet flew over the water and she accidentally recorded something unexpected. A bright, unidentified flying object sped across the horizon. The UFO emitted an intense light, making it visible even from a distance. Yet there were no reports of air traffic or radar detection tied to the sighting. The object was nearly impossible to track with the naked eye, and the video, recorded unintentionally, brings attention to how often such events might go unnoticed. The object's path directly over the ocean led some to consider a possible connection to underwater activity, with one idea being that it surfaced from an extraterrestrial base in the ocean for reconnaissance purposes. Secretive water dive. In 2013, a normal fishing day in the Mediterranean Sea turned into an unexpected sighting when fishermen observed a military jet following a disc-shaped craft. The craft deliberately dove into the water and disappeared just as a helicopter arrived to inspect the scene. The dive was unusual, pointing to the possibility of the craft being capable of operating underwater. This event has led to discussions about the presence of hidden extraterrestrial bases beneath the Mediterranean. The craft's behavior has been interpreted as reconnaissance, potentially focused on nearby military activity or the ocean's ecosystem. Fighter jet standoff. This footage captures a disc-shaped craft coming inches close to a fighter jet before pulling back and maintaining a safe distance. Recorded in 2022, the sighting was documented from the pilot's jet. The craft approached with remarkable precision, showing controlled movements even in the jet's turbulence. Its ability to hover so close without any visible propulsion highlights advanced engineering. The craft might have been operated remotely, either by human technology or something beyond. Experts believe it could be a deliberate display of capabilities, potentially as a deterrent or a form of observation. Secret aerial transport. The idea that governments are in contact with extraterrestrials and working on their technology has been a conspiracy theory for decades. In 2010, footage surfaced online that seemed to support this claim. It shows two military helicopters carrying an unidentified craft chained between them. This transportation method is uncommon for conventional technology or aircraft. The helicopters avoided populated areas, flying through restricted military airspace, suggesting a highly classified operation. Some believe the object was recovered after a crash and was being transported for reverse engineering. Others think the footage was intentionally leaked to test public reaction while keeping critical details hidden. Military response event. This footage captured numerous military personnel responding to an unidentified object partially buried in the ground. Recorded in 2014, the egg-shaped object with a black metallic body appeared to have landed unexpectedly. The object was positioned halfway in the Earth, leading many to believe it might have come from outer space. The military seemed to secure the area, with reports suggesting efforts to keep the sighting confidential. The lack of visible markings on the object added to the uncertainty of its origin. Its location, partly concealed by the ground, gave the impression that it was either buried deliberately or hidden to avoid detection. Some speculate that the object may have been part of an extraterrestrial mission on Earth. KGB's hidden discovery. In the early 1990s, a series of declassified documents emerged from Russian archives, including this footage showing the KGB investigating a UFO crash in the Siberian region in 1969. The footage captures the KGB securing the crash site shortly after the incident, preventing civilians from getting close. Unusual materials, such as lightweight, indestructible metal fragments, were reportedly found at the site. These materials did not match any known substances in the Soviet Union at the time, leading to theories about their extraterrestrial origin. Despite the heavy military and KGB presence, no confirmed reports of the crash site exist, with some believing that evidence was deliberately removed or destroyed. Energy field sighted. Some theorists argue that the US government has been collaborating with alien technology, and in 2019, this footage surfaced on the internet. A helicopter was recorded carrying an unidentified object, which many believe could be the exterior body of a disc-shaped craft. The most unusual part of the footage is that the object's exterior was invisible, with only the surrounding energy field visible. The footage has led to speculation that it could be part of an extraterrestrial craft being reverse engineered by the US military, or a piece of technology being kept hidden from the public to prevent knowledge of extraterrestrial encounters. Close call in the sky. UFOs are often reported showing curiosity near human technology, and in 2014, a disc-shaped craft was recorded flying near a US military jet. Just as the jet launched a missile at the UFO, it flew away and disappeared within seconds. The UFO was seen moving smoothly and precisely, showing no signs of distress despite the missile launch. It flew close to the military jet at a high altitude, typically where military jets operate, and without hesitation, the UFO quickly avoided the missile. Some people believe the UFO could be monitoring military activities to understand the potential threat of human warfare to the planet or other civilizations. Pilot's close encounter. In 2007, a Russian jet cockpit captured footage of a cylindrical object hovering near the jet before shooting off at high speed. The UFO was observed closely by the pilot, who noticed its unusual size and movement. According to the Russian military personnel, the object was twice the size of the jet, which was far larger than anything the military had seen before. The UFO remained still for a short time, allowing the pilot to take in its features, then suddenly accelerated away with incredible speed. The object's rapid movement, combined with the lack of visible propulsion, puzzled the jet pilot. Mystery object intercept. In 2021, US Navy jets were reported chasing a white cube-like unidentified metallic object over the Atlantic Ocean. The object's maneuvers were unlike anything the pilots had seen before, as it changed direction with precision and no visible engine. Described as a white, cube-like metallic object, its unique shape stood out compared to typical aircraft or aerial phenomena. The jets were sent to intercept the object, indicating the military's concern about the unknown presence in the sky. Many people believe that object was extraterrestrial, and it might have been testing how military forces would react to an unknown aerial presence. Unidentified in pursuit. Recorded in 2008, the footage shows a fighter jet chasing a UFO, with both shooting straight into the sky, leaving a trail of smoke behind, captured from inside the jet. Another footage shows the UFO's body, which does not resemble any known aircraft. The chase was unusual, as neither the fighter jet nor the UFO took evasive actions or slowed down. Many people believe the UFO may have entered our reality by mistake and was trying to escape without being engaged by the military. Secret military experiment. It's widely believed that Area 51 houses crashed UFOs and extraterrestrial technology. This leaked footage from Area 51, thought to be recorded in the 1980s, shows a large disc-shaped UFO attached to a rooftop rotating while people walk around it without reacting. The UFO's presence seemed ordinary to those nearby, indicating it could have been part of a military operation or a familiar sight in the area. The footage only surfaced years later, which has left many wondering why it wasn't released sooner. Some believe the UFO was part of a covert military project, possibly testing new technology designed to mimic alien craft. Covert air operation. In 2024, reports surfaced that the US military took down an unidentified flying object over the skies of northern Canada. Initially mistaken for Chinese satellite balloons, authorities said it posed a potential threat to civilian safety, which led to its elimination. The place where the object was detected is a remote area, an unlikely location for such high-profile object. Military officials acted swiftly, but they did not clarify the specific threat it posed or its capabilities. Despite the object being taken down, its origin and size remain undisclosed, and its full details are being kept from the public. Silent orb in sky.
We start with a mysterious flying object on the island of Kauai.
Yeah, so mysterious it sent military jets scrambling to figure out what it was earlier this week.
Unidentified flying objects at high altitudes often spark curiosity, and one such orb was spotted by a photographer at Kauai. Recorded in 2022, locals were alarmed when they heard military jets approaching the white orb in the sky and the sonic boom of the jets, even though the orb appeared stationary. The orb was seen hovering at high altitude, glowing white, and remained stationary for a long period, which confused witnesses as it didn't behave like a typical aircraft or weather phenomena. No further reports were given, but many believe it could have been monitoring Earth's environment. High seas event.
Videos recorded by U.S. Navy personnel have added a new layer of evidence to the current national debate about UFOs.
Debates about extraterrestrial technology observing Earth have persisted for decades, and in 2019, the crew of the USS Omaha reported witnessing a UFO over ocean waters west of San Diego. The object, described as a sphere, demonstrated transmedium abilities, moving effortlessly from air to water without creating a ripple. It had no visible wings, propellers, or conventional propulsion systems, making its movement difficult to explain. The sphere was both visually recorded and detected on radar, confirming its presence. After entering the water, the sphere vanished completely, leaving no debris or signals behind, despite extensive efforts to locate it in the area.
A Pentagon spokesperson confirmed it is legit, that it was recorded by Navy personnel and is in the hands of the UAP Task Force. That's the unit created to prepare a report for Congress that is due next month.
Vanishing flight mystery. The disappearance of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 in 2014 remains one of the most mysterious aviation incidents in history. Radar data from military and civilian sources showed unusual blips that appeared to follow the flight, leading some to believe it was interacting with 3 unknown objects. According to one theory, these UFOs may have influenced the plane's trajectory, causing it to disappear from radar and communication systems. Some believe the UFOs were investigating human technology, possibly taking the flight for further study or preventing the plane from revealing sensitive information. There is even a theory that the UFOs were behind the plane's disappearance to avoid public awareness of their presence on Earth. Jet and unknown object. In 2019, a military personnel reported a white disc-shaped craft hovering close to the jet while rotating. The cockpit footage shows the pilot attempting to communicate with the object, but there was no response. The craft remained near the jet, demonstrating smooth rotation and precise maneuverability without visible wings or propulsion. The footage ends abruptly, with no further information about what happened to the jet or the UFO. The lack of resolution has sparked discussions about whether more footage exists or if the event was classified for security reasons. Antarctica's silent observer. The isolated region of Antarctica is the perfect place for extraterrestrial activity, and in 2016, a coin-shaped craft was reported hovering near a military jet over the area. The flat, rounded object flew silently and maintained a steady position without any visible wings or support systems, even in Antarctica's harsh weather conditions. Despite being close to the military jet, the craft showed no signs of interaction, appearing to observe without engaging. Some believe such sightings might involve governments working with extraterrestrials on secret experiments in the region. Others link it to theories about ancient civilizations, like Atlantis, buried under the Antarctic ice. Unseen over Boston. In 2023, an unidentified flying object was recorded flying close to a commercial plane over Boston as it appeared near the plane before flying away. The UFO was seen flying near the plane, with its unusual flight pattern standing out from that of regular aircraft. The object was spotted in a busy airspace area, which is usually monitored and controlled. The UFO may have been designed to blend in with the commercial air traffic, avoiding detection while remaining in the heavily monitored zone. Its ability to move quickly and disappear suggests it might have been monitoring commercial air traffic. Suspicious sky activity. In 2017, drone footage from an unknown desert was uploaded to the internet, showing an unidentified flying object hovering in midair for a prolonged period. The object emitted a glowing beam, which after some time shone down onto the ground, illuminating a specific area. This beam seemed to be part of a technology capable of focusing light or energy. After shining its light, the object appeared to focus on a particular spot on the ground, suggesting it was targeting or examining that location. Some people believe this UFO could be an extraterrestrial craft attempting to make contact or observe human activity as part of an intergalactic effort. Stealthcraft tests. This video is reportedly recorded near Area 51 when a man witnessed an unknown object hovering mid-air before it slowly descended near the area civilians are prohibited from entering. The object hovered in place for an extended period without any visible means of propulsion or support. The object's movements were smooth and controlled, with no signs of disturbance from the wind or other factors. Recorded in 2018, some believe the object could have been a stealth aircraft test designed to avoid detection. If the object is extraterrestrial, it would further fuel the theories surrounding Area 51's possible contact with aliens. Strange aerial speedster. In 2002, an unidentified flying object was reported flying over the city with incredible speed. The footage shows its high speed, and when zoomed in, it closely resembles the saucer shape often reported in UFO sightings. This could be an advanced unmanned drone with technology so sophisticated that it remains hidden from the public. The object flew without any visible means of propulsion, making its movement unlike conventional aircraft. Alternatively, it might be a classified military aircraft undergoing testing for new flight capabilities. If it is a UFO, it could potentially be extraterrestrial, possibly linked to secret government projects or reverse-engineered alien technology. Unseen flight patterns. This footage from a plane window shows a cigar-shaped object in mid-air, moving in an unusual pattern. Recorded in 2014, the object would occasionally stop and rotate in mid-air, maintaining a fixed position, an unusual behavior for any known aircraft. It was seen moving at extreme speeds, changing direction rapidly with no visible signs of deceleration or turbulence. The object could be a UFO with technology far beyond current human capabilities. It could be a test of new propulsion or flight systems in a real-world environment, away from public attention. Mysterious landing event. The origin of this footage is unknown, but many believe it was recorded in Spring Valley, a town in Nevada. It shows a disc-shaped craft landing as it opens its landing gear, descending smoothly into an area surrounded by walls. The 2023 footage, captured from a distance, shows the object's controlled movement, indicating a high level of precision. Some people think the military could be secretly working with alien technology, and that this craft might be one of their own creations. Another theory is that countries around the world might be collaborating to study or develop unidentified crafts, with this footage possibly serving as proof of such an international agreement. Spacecraft crash investigation. This footage captures the crash site of an unidentified disc-shaped craft that seems to have come from outer space. Uploaded to the internet in 2024, the UFO has a black reflective surface, and authorities appear to be investigating the scene, but the craft remains completely motionless. Despite the crash, the UFO shows visible damage but doesn't show any signs of life or attempt to communicate. It's unclear where the craft came from or its purpose. The craft may have been damaged during its entry into Earth's atmosphere, causing it to make a controlled descent. Some online users believe the UFO could be a time machine, with the crash revealing an accidental glimpse into a future timeline. Fog-covered arrival. In 2009, locals from Yakutsk reported seeing a giant mothership appear above their heads, calmly hovering in the sky. The UFO emerged from dense fog, which led many to believe it had been hiding for a long time before revealing itself. The craft was described as enormous, much larger than any known aircraft, leading witnesses to label it a mothership. Some speculated that it might have been an ancient alien ship returning to Earth after centuries of being dormant. The fog could have served as a cover to prevent the craft from being detected by humans, and the ship may have been monitoring Earth for a long time before making its appearance. Future transport spotted. In 2002, a mysterious phenomenon unfolded when a man spotted a vehicle on the road that he described as coming from the future. Recorded in New York, the vehicle had a round shape with no tires, resembling a disc-shaped saucer with a visible cockpit. The man believed there was an unidentified person inside, possibly an alien, based on the unusual design. Some believe the vehicle might be a time-displaced object, perhaps from an experiment or accident involving time travel. Or it could be part of an alien interaction program with extraterrestrials observing humanity from the future. There are also theories suggesting that the vehicle is from an ancient alien civilization returning to Earth to observe humanity's progress. Saucer-shaped enigma. In 1998, an unidentified flying object was recorded over the skies of China, and multiple witnesses reported its sighting. The craft appeared different from most UFOs. It had a saucer shape with a glowing light beneath it as it slowly hovered across the sky. The UFO was seen hovering at a low speed, which caught the attention of many due to its unusual flight pattern. The glowing light beneath the craft was especially noticeable, unlike other UFO sightings. Witnesses from different locations reported seeing the same object, making it clear that this was no hoax. The craft seemed to hover by using an unknown method, possibly relying on an energy source to stabilize its position in the atmosphere. Stealthy airborne encounter. theorists believe that the US Navy has been in contact with UFOs, possibly using them as prototypes, and this footage might shed light on it. A military jet can be seen landing on an amphibious assault ship, and a triangular-shaped unidentified craft is also on the ship. This unusual sighting occurred near a military vessel, which is typically not a public spot for UFOs to be seen. Some believe the craft could be from an extraterrestrial origin, monitoring or interacting with military operations. This sighting might point to a secret collaboration between the US Navy and extraterrestrial beings, sharing advanced technology for military use. Nighttime sky anomaly. In 2013, a man from Colton was driving home when he saw a giant coin-shaped UFO on the side of the road at night. The UFO had a red blinking light underneath, which could indicate a signaling mechanism. Unlike most UFO sightings, this one had a white exterior, making it stand out. Spotted at night, possibly to stay hidden from the public eye, some people believe this UFO might be monitoring humanity's progress, searching for signs of technological advancement or contact. Others think the UFO could be linked to an effort to influence Earth's evolution or guide humanity's future. Nazi-era technology. This footage was obtained from an abandoned German base showing a test program on a disc-shaped vehicle that the military was working on, transitioning from a hovering to airborne state. Recorded in 1945, a man can be seen operating the saucer, which was still in its test phase. The facility was focused on testing the vehicle's ability to hover close to the ground and lift off into the air. This footage reveals the possibility of a secret military program, and the vehicle could have been part of a Nazi weapons project developed during World War II. Possibly hidden after the war's end. Orb crash site. Recorded in 2010 in a remote village in Thailand, this orb-like entity crashed from the sky, puzzling the locales about its origin. The object appeared hollow from the inside, which is unusual for any known craft or natural phenomena. Surrounding the orb were pile-like structures, which were unexplained at the time. Many locals believe the orb was an alien craft that malfunctioned and crashed on Earth. The orb could be made from a unique energy material capable of harnessing power from the atmosphere while remaining hollow. Maybe a reverse engineered craft built by governments. Unseen craft rises. This is one of the rarest footage that recorded an unidentified submerged object coming from water and flying away. In 2020, tourists witnessed this sighting as it emerged from the water right beneath their boat, appearing as what we refer to as a disc-shaped UFO. The object's emergence from the water is unusual for UFO sightings and suggests a possible connection to underwater locations. Some believe it could be an alien craft using Earth's oceans as a hiding place or even an underwater base. It might also be investigating the planet's natural resources, particularly the oceans, which remain largely unexplored by humans. Small craft, big mystery. These farmers from Arizona County reported an unidentified UFO that appeared on their farm in 2004. The craft was smaller than traditional UFOs and had a noticeable cockpit glass. When a man placed his hand on the craft, it moved, showing it was lightweight and possibly made from unknown materials. It could have been a small extraterrestrial craft designed for stealth and scouting on Earth. The craft might have come from a nearby mothership or underground base, potentially part of a larger UFO program. Its design may have allowed it to operate quietly and move quickly, making it difficult to detect or track. Alien technology find. This footage captures a black saucer-shaped object that crash-landed in Russia, recorded by locals early in the morning in 2012. The craft's landing gear was deployed, but it came to rest in an unusual vertical position. Witnesses described its dull black surface as being resistant to scratches and external impacts, pointing to materials that could withstand high temperatures and forces. The object's advanced construction left many questioning its origin, with some considering it an experimental craft. Given Russia's history with secretly working on alien technology, some believe the event may have served to divert attention from another unknown operation happening in the region. Remote crash site. Back in 2016, this video was uploaded online showing an unidentified disc-shaped craft that crash-landed in a countryside area. It landed in an upright position, and despite a portion being buried in the sand, it remained stable, indicating a heavy impact and advanced structural design. The craft's exterior appeared intact, with no visible damage despite the force of the landing. Interestingly, no military or official teams were seen recovering the object, leaving it undisturbed for some time. Some believe the craft was monitoring human activity in remote areas, or that it was connected to an underground facility hidden near the countryside. Delayed military response. Nevada desert has long been associated with UFOs due to its proximity to Area 51. In 2014, a man recorded a pickup truck transporting a probe-like object along a desert road. The object had a sleek, metallic appearance, with no visible seams or traditional manufacturing marks. It's believed the probe crash-landed in the remote desert, and authorities arrived at the scene later than expected. The man who witnessed the event reportedly took the object home before officials could secure it. In an area known for heavy surveillance and quick responses, the delay was unusual. Many believe the probe was part of a classified military project, and efforts to recover it were intentionally slowed to keep its purpose hidden. Robot monitoring the crash. Mysterious UFO sightings have been reported across the Sahara Desert for decades, and in 2022, a viral video showed a crashed UFO, confirming long-held suspicions. Tourists reported seeing a metallic disc-shaped craft with a robotic entity nearby. The crash site was located far from any civilian or military activity, making it an unexpected location for such an advanced craft. The footage showed the robot monitoring the craft, appearing non-human with mechanical features. People believe that the crash could have been an accidental encounter, with the robot collecting data about the Earth and its inhabitants. Research facility footage. This video surfaced on the internet in 2023, showing an extraterrestrial craft in what appears to be a research facility. The footage, from an unknown origin, captures unusual markings on the craft's exterior and a dark interior with a cockpit operational system, possibly for operating the craft. The markings on the exterior of the craft were unfamiliar and unlike any human-made symbols or language. Inside, the cockpit featured a complex system that didn't resemble anything in conventional aircraft, pointing to either alien engineering or human reverse engineering. Many people believe this footage proves extraterrestrials have a presence on Earth, possibly in secret locations. Open discussion. We have footage of an unidentified object that was recorded by a fighter jet over San Diego City. Recorded in 2017, the pilot mentioned that it was not from this world, and after hovering over the sky, it disappeared into the clouds. The object hovered in the sky for a long time without any clear movement, defying typical flight patterns. Experts believe the object could be using electromagnetic technology while monitoring human responses to its presence, or testing how advanced technologies interact with us. What do you think about this footage? Let us know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching the video. Share in the comments, and do like the video and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.